Artificial intelligence is rapidly becoming a decisive combat advantage in the modern battle space. But every advantage inevitably creates a counter. In the complex arena of future air warfare, artificial intelligence will not fight alone, it will be fought against, systematically and ruthlessly. As artificial intelligence becomes deeply embedded in next-generation air combat systems, from sensor fusion to autonomous drones, the ability to counter it is evolving into a critical mission priority. This is not science fiction. It is the next frontier of military doctrine. This analysis will explain how modern air forces are developing strategies to disrupt, deceive, and ultimately defeat AI-enabled adversaries in the air. Focusing on the logic behind these emerging tactics, at its core, an AI system is only as good as the data it receives. These sophisticated algorithms depend on a constant, reliable flow of information from various sources. This includes real-time sensor inputs from radar and infrared systems, the vast datasets they were trained on, and the complex patterns they have learned to recognize. If this data is degraded, corrupted, or deliberately manipulated, the AI's performance can collapse with astonishing speed. An algorithm designed to identify enemy aircraft might suddenly become unable to distinguish friend from foe, or worse, begin hallucinating threats that do not exist. The operational takeaway is stark and simple. Attacking the data is attacking the AI. The most advanced algorithm becomes a liability when its foundation of information is compromised. This leads directly to the domain of electronic warfare, a discipline that is being fundamentally reshaped to target machine intelligence. Traditionally, electronic warfare has focused on jamming sensors and disrupting communications to confuse human operators. Against AI, these techniques become even more potent. Electronic warfare assets can be used to target the specific sensors, communication antennas, and data links that feed an AI system. By carefully crafting and transmitting false or noisy signals, an attacker can poison the data stream at its source. An AI might be flooded with so much electronic clutter that it cannot detect a real inbound threat. Alternatively, it could be fed a meticulously simulated signal that causes it to misclassify a friendly aircraft as hostile. The central insight here is that AI, for all its processing power, remains acutely vulnerable to signal manipulation. Beyond direct electronic attack, militaries are developing advanced deception tactics tailored to exploit the very nature of machine learning. An AI, unlike a human pilot, learns to identify threats based on predictable patterns in data. This creates an opening for adversaries to design actions specifically to confuse or mislead these models. This can involve deploying decoys that broadcast a convincing electronic signature of a high-value asset, drawing the AI's attention and resources away from the real strike package. It could also mean executing flight patterns or maneuvers that are intentionally designed to trigger a known flaw or blind spot in the opponent's threat recognition algorithm. These adversarial tactics exploit the AI's reliance on what it has been taught, turning its own logic against it. The critical lesson is that a predictable AI, no matter how powerful, can be systematically exploited by an unpredictable opponent. Furthermore, it is crucial to understand that combat AI rarely operates as an isolated entity. It is part of a vast, interconnected network that enables shared situational awareness, coordinated multi-platform attacks, and real-time software updates. This network is both a great strength and a significant vulnerability. Disrupting this network through cyber attacks, kinetic strikes on communication nodes, or sophisticated jamming can cripple the effectiveness of an entire AI-enabled force. A squadron of autonomous drones, for instance, loses its ability to swarm and collaborate if its data links are severed. The operational insight is that attacking the network, rather than just the individual platform, allows a force to degrade enemy AI capabilities at scale, creating systemic failure across the battle space. Ultimately, the most reliable countermeasure against a compromised or unpredictable AI is the human operator. Even in the most advanced systems, human oversight is being designed in as a critical safeguard. A human pilot or battle manager can detect anomalies that an algorithm might miss, question AI-generated outputs that seem illogical in a broader tactical context, and, when necessary, override the automation entirely. This human-in-the-loop or human-in-the-loop model acknowledges that human judgment, intuition, and ethical reasoning remain indispensable, especially when an AI's behavior becomes unreliable under the stress of combat and enemy countermeasures. The final action insight is that in the face of sophisticated electronic and cyber attacks, the human remains the ultimate arbiter and the final AI safeguard. In summary, while artificial intelligence is set to transform air combat, it does not make warfare a simple or predictable equation. Contest is shifting from a duel between pilots to a multi-layered conflict between competing systems. Effectively countering AI is not about having a better algorithm. It is about a doctrine focused on disrupting data, breaking networks, and preserving human control. The future of air warfare will be fought not just between machines, but between the competing algorithms and the human minds that command them. If this episode helped you understand the emerging vulnerabilities of artificial intelligence in warfare, like this video and subscribe to Cut Everything for more analysis. We will take a deeper dive into the specific technologies of electronic warfare in the AI era. Comment below. In the coming decades, is developing counter-AI doctrine more important than building better AI?